Hi everybody and welcome to Kickstarter update number 5. We're back in Belgium, fresh from PAX, slightly jet lagged but full of energy and enthusiasm because you guys just blew through the next stretch goal, which was play as an undead race. So it looks like we're going to have to make some changes to our wall here where we have all of the playable races. We have some over there also, but there's no undead on there, and so that's something that's going to be changed. And to see what they're going to be looking like, we're going to go meet our writers who will tell you about the different types of undead that we have, and then we'll go have a sneak peek at Tanya, who has been working on making some new concept art for one particular type of undead, and it's very, very, very cool. Let's go have a look. Alright, let's start with the man that types with one finger, who is our lead writer, Jan van Dosselaar, who has been working on the undead just recently. Jan, tell us all about him.
Okay, so for the undead, the idea is that in the world of Rivlon, when you die, you go to this place called the Hall of Echoes. People may remember the Hall of Echoes from Divinity 2 actually, but we've been working on expanding the lore. The idea for the undead is actually that these are people that resist the natural pull towards the Hall of Echoes, where normal people go when they die. The first in this category are called the Faint. And these people feel like they have some kind of unfinished business left on the world, which is why they resist the pull to the Hall of Echoes. The problem is that because they resist the pull, they start to wither, and their personality is slowly taken away from them, and that is why they are called the Faint. Then the second category is the Raised, and these are basically the necromantic undead. They are raised by necromancers to be dominated by them. And how do they do this? They do this by getting them addicted to giving them little bits of source which they instinctively crave, and that's why they're completely and utterly obedient to the necromancer and will do the vilest things in their name. And then there is the third category, and those are the chosen ones. We call them the chosen ones for now. And this is actually a civilization of undead. And they're very special because they are also able to resist the pull to the Hall of Echoes, but because of a big secret, which we won't reveal yet, they, unlike the Faint, they remain conscious on this world. And they live on a remote island that is enshrouded by a death fog, and they're a completely secret society. No other society, no other civilization on Rivlon knows of their existence.
Alright, cool. And so if you're going to be playing like one of the undead, is that going to be like one of the Faint or one of the civilized, or one who is about to become a Faint?
Well, nothing is set in stone yet, of course. One of the
I would like to play like one who becomes a Faint.
Of course, yeah. One of the things we've been working on is pitches for all kinds of origins. So lizard origins, etc., but also undead origins. And I have a couple here, but I won't reveal them yet, of course. There's ideas for...
On your screen, Jan, they can see it, hide it!
Well, there is definitely Faint ones in there, there's necromantic ones in there, there's
really?
Yeah,
okay,
all
cool.
kinds of stuff.
Alright,
yeah.
I look forward to that. Jan, is there anything you want to say about your drinking problem here? Like,
the
what is this?
Tears, yeah, this was a gift from Sven, and it's it's been very valuable to us when we had late nights. Sarah and I have shared a glass. Yeah. There we go. Isn't that cute?
Yeah, that is. I will get a subscription on these things for when we're going to be going through all of the origins and competitive questing, which is obviously giving these guys and girls nightmares, but it's going to be very cool. Let's go have a look at what Tanya has been doing, because she has been working on the chosen ones, I think, today. She's been scribbling up some concept artwork, and it's looking very neat, actually. Let's go and have a look. Oh, look at that. It looks really sweet.
Yeah, it's elegant and charismatic people, but they are dead inside. So this is the elite, and they are all covered. They wear a mask because they're a bit nostalgic to their past.
Yeah.
And they keep some pets.
And the pet is also undead, I guess.
Yeah, but it's really rare. But some, if you find pet, they are covered too.
I love it. It looks beautiful. Yeah. And those guys, what are they then?
This is middle-class people. They're more devoted to their gods, so they uncover some part of them for show the dead part, like the skeleton.
Yeah.
Because humility.
Okay, well, very nice. So Tanya is going to keep on working on them, and then once she will be ready, we will share that artwork obviously with you. But it's going to be a lot of fun to play as Undead, especially because we have some more plans on what we can do now that we have the Undead playable race in there, and that obviously is going to be related to you dying in the game. Now, we're going to be prototyping it, so I'm just not going to announce exactly how that's going to work yet, but expect something more on these Undead. So I'm super hyped about the Undead. Let's go and have a look now at something else.
You can play Divinity? I don't think so. You gotta challenge me, brothers and sisters. I will take you all on. Come and play Divinity!
That guy was fantastic, and actually all of PAX was fantastic. It was the place where we launched our Kickstarter campaign that proved to be so successful, but it was also the place where we got to meet the people that played and enjoyed Divinity Original Sin. Because contrary to the typical trade shows that we are frequenting like E3 or Gamescom, this is a place where you get to meet your players, and what it did for us is it helped us understand what people really cared about in Divinity Original Sin, and it helped us also focus on the things that we should improve in Divinity Original Sin 2. So I think that from now on we're going to be going back to PAX every single year.
The reception has been very good. People seem to be not only picking up on the game really quickly, which is great, they seem to be really enjoying themselves. It's always a lot of fun to take out your friend in combat.
The elements of the various racial interactions is awesome. Adding the different interactions based on skill and origin story is really fun, and I like the fact that depending which member of your party you are, you have to overcome obstacles in a different way. So it becomes a very big experience like you're used to in a tabletop RPG, and that's awesome.
The new one, Original Sin 2, you can play with up to 4 players, and we have this thing, competitive questing, so you can play against each other also, so that's new. So it's very complicated, and it takes a lot of work, and the only reason that we can do it now is because we already built up Original Sin, so we can continue working that framework, because otherwise it would be impossible. When that game will be finished, it will be 5 or 6 years of development, essentially, just making that possible. But you really have to do it from the get-go. Yes. But what helps is what you were talking about, systemic design, where you say you can kill everybody, because that's like, you have to have things like that present in there just to be able to make that co-op RPG, because you never know what the other guy is going to do. Yeah. And you have to adapt your quest in all kinds of ways, because you could be doing something while I'm doing something else at the same time, and then it just becomes mind-boggling if you don't have your systems down really well from the very beginning.
Right. Thank you very much.
Well, and I'm surrounded here by our cosplayers who have been doing such a fantastic job. So, how's it been going?
It's been going pretty great. I like glowering at people and being a badass. Pretty cool. I'm having an absolute blast. You guys have some incredible fans, and they just bring a great positive energy that's absolutely infectious.
It's always nice to reach those moments where like they realize that like what you're talking about is super cool, and then when they go over and play the demo and come out and they talk about it, it's really exciting. I've been having a lot of fun doing that.
I will take you on. You think you can take me on?
So now, of course, as we've hit the stretch goal of make the Undead a playable race, we're already looking at what the next stretch goal is going to be, and that's going to be the inclusion of yet another skill tier which you guys are going to be able to vote for. In case you are not going to vote for Polymorph, this will actually be your second chance. And then after that, we're going to have the Hall of Echoes. Now I really hope that we're going to make that one, because it's going to be a very special place, and how special it will be, we are going to show you in one of our next updates. Now, to close off, I would like to reflect a little bit on what Kickstarter has meant for our studio, because it has been a tremendous game changer. And to demonstrate that, I have here a couple of magazines with me. When Larian Studios released its first RPG, which was Divine Divinity, it was reviewed in PC Gamer UK, and it received a score of 58 out of 100. The same year it got 84 out of 100 with some patching by PC Gamer US, and then a couple of years later they actually put it in their top 100 games of all time, and they put it on place 73. So last year, when Divinity Original Sin was released, they put it on the cover and they called it the best RPG in years. And in that year, they also had their top 100 of greatest PC games. And what do we see in stores nowadays? Well, we see Divinity Original Sin and their top 100 on number 28. And that is all because of the backing and feedback that we received from the community that is backing us here on Kickstarter. And that's just bloody amazing. It shows how strong this power of crowdfunding is and how much it can mean for a studio like us. So thank you very much once again, and let's go even higher. Let's make Divinity Original Sin 2 a game that ends up on the other page. over here, or even, who knows, over here, or maybe over here, or actually, yeah, that we can beat that one. That one's gonna be hard. So, all right, until next time, take care, and thank you very much. Bye-bye.